What's up, everybody? John here. I've got a video today, and I'm going to talk about the iPhone 5C. This is more or less my review of the iPhone 5C, and we're going to jump right into things here, and we're going to talk about the hardware, the software, and we're going to talk about the camera and some general things like that. So let's just jump right into it. I've had this phone since Friday on launch day, and you can see my video. I'll put a link in the description of why I bought this over the iPhone 5S. And after a few days, I'm more or less kind of regretting my decision in some ways. In some other ways, not really. The thing about the 5C is that it's basically an iPhone 5 with a plastic back and plastic design around and everything. And my biggest problem with this is not that it feels cheap, because some people are saying it feels cheap. I think it feels fine. The plastic fits good in your hand, and the rounded edges are nice as opposed to the very squared off iPhone 5 and 5S. But this thing is so slippery. I don't know what they put on here. It almost feels like they took some Samsung Hyperglaze and put it on the back. But it doesn't feel as cheap as a Samsung phone, obviously. But it's just, it slips right out of your hand. When I took it out of the box, I almost dropped it. And that probably would have been the end of it right there. I think it's because on other phones with plastic designs like this, I'm just going to pull the iPhone 3GS out for, just comparison's sake. There's always something down here to catch your pinky. There's something down here that, like I said, catches your pinky, and you don't have to drop the phone. Same thing on the Nexus 5. It doesn't have a plastic back, but it does have a glass back, which is also very slick. But it has this. This is Nexus 4, not Nexus 5. This rubber here that catches your finger right here when you hold the phone. There's nothing to catch that on this phone. It's this plastic right here, and this thing just slips. And there's no good way really to hold this phone. So you almost do have to have a case. And I know, most iPhone users probably don't care about that, because most iPhone users use cases anyway. The one I use is this bumper case that I got. It allows me to still hold the phone and still feel the back, but there's something down here to catch my finger. So that's what I use. I don't know. I don't really know how much I do like this. I really think I do prefer the old iPhone 5 design a little bit, and I'm a little regretting my decision as far as hardware goes, but, I don't know. It is $100 cheaper. We're going to talk about software a little bit. iOS 7, just for a minute or two. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. But iOS 7, I've been using it since the betas, and now that it's in final version, it's definitely a lot better. With iOS 7, you get a lot of enhancements, a new design, the control center, improved notification center, which is a lot better than in previous iOS versions. You get the new lock screen where you can slide anywhere. You get dynamic wallpapers, which are okay. I don't know, the phone doesn't come with too many out of the box. And you get a new camera design. We'll talk about that in a second. Everything looks a lot different in iOS 7. And when you use apps that are updated, such as Twitter, Facebook, some others like eBay, you get the new design, and it looks a lot better, and it makes everything feel a lot better than in old iOS 6 versions. I've heard most people just complaining their face off about this, and I don't really know why. I think it looks great. It definitely could have been better, but I don't know. I don't know what Apple could do to make the iPhone better in terms of iOS. But I think people they can't handle change, and when they see something that even just looks different, they lose their minds. So, other than those two things, there's not really a whole lot different from the 5C from the 5. You do have a 1500 milliamp hour battery as opposed to the 1430 that was in the iPhone 5. You get the same A6 dual-core processor. You get the same camera, same flash. There is an additional FaceTime HD camera you get on the 5C that was not on the 5. And the improved battery is something that is very good. I mean, used to I could not get a full day's battery life out of my iPhone 5. It would get around 20% around 6 o'clock. I usually take it off the charger about 10:30. And now I make it through the day easily. This is actually my second day into this charge, and I just hit 50%. So that's pretty good. I'm not as much of an active user. I'm not on my phone all the time. I am on it a pretty good amount of time. But the battery is definitely improved over the iPhone 5. So, in terms of if you should upgrade to this or not, I have a hard time deciding. If I could take it back, I certainly wouldn't have bought this. I would have kept my iPhone 5, and I just wouldn't have bothered because it's just, there's not much difference at all. And not being able to hold the phone without a case or use it good without a case, without it just slipping and sliding around, it just makes it another iPhone. And that's cutting it for a lot of people, but it's just not cutting it for me much anymore. The camera is certainly the best, one of the best on the market. A lot of cameras have surpassed this one now. I think the Galaxy S4 takes slightly better shots, not much better. The Nokia Lumia 1020 and all pretty much Lumia phones take, I think, better shots than this. Other than those, though, I haven't really seen too many cameras that I like better than the iPhone 5s and 5Cs. I've not used the 5S camera, but I hear it's pretty good, too. And that flash does actually help, which is I don't know. Don't make much sense to me because I don't use flash or anything like that. Other than that, you know, the new design is just, it's really nice in iOS 7, but of course you can get this on all your other devices. It is inconsistent because of apps that are not currently updated. So when you use like an app like the Chase Bank app, it gives you the old keyboard and stuff, and that's kind of irritating to have to go back and forth with things like that. But it is what it is, and you know, I think if you're on a 4S model or below and you're looking to upgrade and you want to save some dollars, I think the 5C is a great choice. However, if you're looking for the latest and greatest thing, you know, this is not the best choice. The 5S is probably the best choice. I'm still not going to buy one because, well, I just spent $550 on this thing, so yeah. But I've had it for a few days. I kind of like it. I sold my Moto X to buy this, and now I'm going off to go buy another one because I really miss it. And I'm going to do a video on that phone too because it's made me so that I don't like using anything else. I really don't like being on iOS much. The first day I got this phone, I tried to text via Motorola Connect on my computer, and I was like, oh, I'm not even using that phone anymore. I'm like, good grief, that really sucks. And, yeah. So, if you like the iPhone 5C, if you have the iPhone 5C, feel free to leave a comment, tell me why I'm an idiot, tell me why I'm wrong. As far as my final analysis goes, if I were to give this a numerical score out of 10, I don't know if I'd even give it an 8, because it's so not much different. But I'd say it's a 10 as far as, you know, the people that go try to save money, because I think sales of last year's iPhone, of last year, proved, to me anyway, that people will buy older technology to save so much as $50. I still see people going and buying 4s from, I'm talking about this last year. And I think that's ridiculous to sign a 2-year contract and get an iPhone 4 that won't be supported for half of your contract. Now, your 4S might, but I don't know why they even kept that in the lineup, because it's It's old. It needs to get out of the sales market because people are just buying these cheaper iPhones all the time. So it's good for something like this, but I don't really see the benefit of it. I don't really see why it exists unless you're just a color buff. And the colors are nice. I think this blue looks great. It reminds me of a cyan Nokia Lumia 920 phone or 900. But is that worth, you know, this whole new phone? Is it worth the $100? I don't know. That's for you to decide. I'd say, like I said, if I had to do it again, I would not buy this. I would have bought the 5S, or I probably would have just bought nothing, to be honest. It's stuck with my iPhone 5. So, there you guys go. That's my thoughts and analysis on the 5C. If you like this video, please subscribe, press the like button. Even if you didn't like it, you could at least press the like button. It helps a lot. And follow me on Twitter at JediMan114. And, yeah, that's it. Like I said, drop me a comment. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.